So, a few weeks back, Kai Cenat was doing a giveaway in New York City, and let's just be nice and say, things got a little out of hand. The people who showed up were not orderly, respectful, and nice, like I guess Kai must have thought they would be, but instead, gathered into a force for chaos. Thousands of dollars of damage were done to local businesses, cars, and whatever else was in the path of the mindless tangle of youth and anger. It was a riot, about as textbook as could be found anywhere. In the end, 65 people were arrested. Among them was Kai Cenat himself. But what came of it? Was Kai charged? Is he facing jail time or any other penalties for destruction and damage that he accidentally caused? Today, we're going to talk about that. If you don't know who Kai Cenat is, he's just a big streamer. Most of his audience is young, and his content is, well, I can't really describe his content well since I don't watch him, but from the clips I've seen, he's a typical Twitch streamer. Loud noises, video games, memes. You know the drill. But he does have the ability to lay claim to having the most Twitch subscribers for a while, though right now he's sitting at number 3, right after Jinxie and Elias N97. So what happened that led to a dude who's famous for sitting at his desk and being loud to entertain kids starting a riot? Well, I wish I could tell you it was a complicated story, but it really isn't. He made posts telling his fans to gather in Union Square Park in New York City for a PlayStation 5 giveaway. Thousands of people, mostly teenagers, showed up. Probably way more people than he would have ever expected, but he probably should have guessed. Given he's a top streamer, and if New York City is known for anything, it's known for having a lot of people. Now, I don't think that he's been accused of, or that there is any evidence that he went out and started riling people up for a riot. I think it's just a case of he gathered too many young people in one space with no real adult supervision and no security. Hormones did the rest. Wouldn't surprise me one bit if the first guy to do something destructive only did it to impress the girl standing next to him. That's human nature. But Kai should have known that. He should have taken all of that into account. He should have hired security. He probably would have needed a permit and police coverage to have a gathering that big, but he didn't. If you've ever been to a convention like PAX, you'll know that they always have signings and other events with creators in rooms or areas where they can control the crowd. That's because when a creator shows up in an area with a lot of fans, things can get dangerous fast. And I'm not just talking about riots. There's inherent danger to crowds. Someone can trip and be trampled, accidentally get elbowed in the face. All sorts of bad things happen when there's a lot of people in one spot. If Kai has ever been to any event where he interacts with his fans, he would have seen this. Heck, I've seen it, and I'm not some big shot top Twitch streamer. I've seen massive gatherings of people start right at the entrance to PAX because a certain creator had just walked in the front door. The mad dash of people who want photos and autographs, followed by the mad dash of staff trying to control the situation and move the creator to a side room. At the end of the day, Kai just should have known better. And it seems like the NYPD thinks the same thing, because there were at least 65 people arrested at this riot. One of those people was Kai Cenat himself. They charged him with felony first-degree rioting and misdemeanor inciting a riot and unlawful assembly, which, honestly, are kind of light charges considering the amount of damage he indirectly caused. He's just lucky that no one died, or he'd have had the entire book thrown at him, which still might happen with these charges since they have the possibility of carrying jail time. His felony rioting charge is punishable by up to 4 years in prison and a $5,000 fine, and the inciting a riot charge can itself have the penalty of up to 1 year in prison and a $1,000 fine. Note that just because he's charged doesn't mean that he'll be found guilty. That's for the court to decide. Now, do I think that Kai Cenat is going to go to prison? Probably not. He can afford some pretty good lawyers. However, there's always the chance that he either gets a judge that's angry about the chaos being caused in the city, or just a judge who thinks that they need to really punish Kai in order to dissuade other content creators from causing similar chaos. If he gets either of those types of judge, he's in more trouble than a salmon in the river when a bear shows up. Because let's be honest, fines won't do anything to Kai. The judges aren't stupid, they'll know that. So if they really want to make an example of him, then he's going to prison. Does he deserve to go to prison for this? Honestly, I can see both sides. He clearly didn't intend for this kind of thing to happen. There's no way he would have even thought of holding a giveaway if he thought it would end up this way. I'm certain of that. Why risk it all for such a dumb stunt? But if stupidity and short-sightedness were excuses that held water in court, the jails would be empty. Lady Justice is blind, and she certainly isn't going to make an exception just because someone has a large online following. Moreover, if I was a citizen of New York, if I was a New York taxpayer who had to shell out money to handle the damage caused, if I was a store owner who had his store attacked, if I was a car owner whose car was totaled by no fault of my own solely because I was driving down the road at the same time as an influencer decided to do something dumb, I'd want the book thrown at him. This wasn't a victimless crime. Thousands of dollars in damage, maybe even tens of thousands of dollars was done. police had to be taken from other events that might have been more critical to act as glorified babysitters for the toddlers who decided to destroy property for no reason. So it might not be the popular opinion, but I'm so tired of everyone giving a pass to these big content creators solely because they don't want to upset their audiences. Kai Cenat isn't some baby to be coddled. He's a grown man. More than that, he's a successful businessman. I don't think it's unreasonable to expect a certain level of responsibility that comes with that. I think that he genuinely deserves to be punished for this. I kind of want them to throw the book at him if he's convicted. To be honest with you, I've got nothing against him personally, but at some point, someone needs to give large content creators a reality check. Kai caused, even if accidentally, a lot of bad things to happen here. Things that wouldn't have happened if he hadn't called a mass of his fans to meet him at that spot at that time. He needs to take responsibility. Now, he's not yet been convicted of anything, and he's innocent until proven guilty, so we will see how good his lawyers are. Do you know what the worst part is, though? In all the articles that I read about this, it seems like no one even knows if he even gave away any PS5s. Imagine he went through all that trouble, he's facing charges, and didn't even do the giveaway. Nah, no way. That's too crazy. What do you guys think? Are you Kai fans? Do you think that they should throw the book at him or let him off with minimal consequences? Why? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and God bless you.